Now at noon, this is a live look at our radar right now. No matter where you're watching from, the storm is overhead, bringing high winds, snow, and eventually sleet and ice. Good afternoon. I'm Bridget Shanahan. Thanks for joining us. We've got team coverage of this winter storm. Let's get straight to meteorologist Brian Gotter for the latest. We've been watching this as it slowly made its way up here, Brian.
Hey, we were watching earlier this morning, and it finally started to move in right around 8 o'clock this morning or so. So it's been snowing for a couple of hours. We have the winter storm warning in effect for all of southeastern Wisconsin for a little bit of everything: snow, ice, wind, and rain. The rain especially near the lakefront until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now the snow has been flying, at times heavier than others. You can now kind of make out the skyline of downtown Milwaukee. The temperature 29 degrees, northeast winds at 22, and we're seeing gusts close to 40, if not over 40. A little heavier snow burst right now moving over downtown Port Washington. The roads are the streets are snow covered, but you can still see that salt is working as temperatures are near 30 degrees. Look at that sustained wind, almost 30 miles per hour, and it is howling over 40 at this time. Radar showing a lot of blue. That is light to moderate snow showers, a little bit of sleet down into northern Illinois, and we've had some sleet mixing in here as well over the last couple of hours. Now the snow totals are pretty confident in the inland areas, anywhere from 4 to 9 inches of snow, basically west and north of Waukesha. Along the lakefront, that is the big question mark. If temperatures stay cool like they are, the snow totals go up. But as of right now, expecting rain and sleet and freezing rain to move in later this afternoon into the evening. That'll hold the snow totals down to about 2 to 4 inches of snow. But once again, it all depends on these temperatures, which are currently in the upper 20s, but expected to get into the lower 30s, even maybe around 33, 34 degrees. Look at these winds gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour, even higher than that. And we will see some gusts today throughout the afternoon and evening, close to 50 miles per hour. And wind chills because of that are down to around 10 in Waukesha and 15 here in Milwaukee. With that, we have sent Scott Steele out into the elements. And Scott, it is not pretty out there at all, is it?
There are a lot of elements to speak about this afternoon, Brian. Good afternoon, everybody. And from Capitol Drive, our location here, you can see the snow is really beginning to accumulate. There's a little bit of sleet mixed in. It's been fascinating to watch the transition in the atmosphere as this has been overspreading the area from the south, crossing the Wisconsin-Illinois border. You folks in Kenosha, Walworth know what I'm talking about. You saw it first earlier this morning. The rest of our viewing area now encompassed in this winter storm warning, which is still in effect through the rest of the day today. We're seeing snow, and I can tell you, just feeling it hitting my face as well in some of these bigger wind gusts, a little bit of sleet mixing in, but we're noticing primarily snow right now, which is really beginning to stick and accumulate with those temperatures below freezing. In fact, right here at the station, I'd say a good inch to an inch and a half accumulating, and it's that heavy wet stuff that's really beginning to pile up on the roadways. Now, the wind's the other factor. As Brian mentioned, winds gusty to near 50 miles an hour. The peak of that is expected to be late this afternoon into the early evening hours, which is horrible timing with the evening commute taking place. The problem with that is, of course, this precipitation is going sideways at times, reducing visibilities to near zero. It's also going to make it very difficult to accurately measure the snow because, of course, one location could have next to nothing with another pile of several inches. We'll continue to monitor the situation outside. And one piece of breaking news just into the Weather Center. I'm told that there is a large tree branch that was shorn off of a tree in St. Francis and fell onto a telephone wire. This is the other major concern we have through the rest of the afternoon with these high winds and potential icing taking place, that there could be some power outages. We'll continue to monitor that situation. But again, a large tree limb blown off of a tree in St. Francis onto a telephone wire. We'll send it back inside.
All right, Scott, thanks for that.